I had this conversation with my grandfather a little while ago, and he just looked at me like I was insane. What's up, my nerds? Long time no see. Today I want to talk about what I think is one of the most important aspects of fiction. I think this is more specifically geared towards genre fiction, and that is believability. The conversation that I had with my pop-pop was, of course, about Harry Potter. We were all gathered around the TV watching, I think it was Chamber of Secrets, and my mother and I started talking about how Harry Potter is so well done that it's believable. So he started laughing. I think that he mistook our high praise for this series as us literally meaning that Harry Potter actually exists. But that's the thing. When I'm reading any of the Harry Potter books, there is no telling me that he does not exist. Because I'm reading him and I feel his existence. I mean, I can fly to Florida right now and walk through Diagon Alley, so... Another really popular series that comes to mind that fits in this very well is The Hunger Games. Just sit for 1 second and really think about the plot of The Hunger Games. It's a bit far out there, right? It's the character development that really sells this for me. Katniss and President Snow is one of my all-time favorite hero-villain relationships. It's so good you don't question it. You could come up with the most far out there idea and make it believable as long as there are elements in your story that we can relate to here in our sad reality where I didn't get a Hogwarts letter on my 11th birthday. Or did I? I didn't. And then there's the flip side. Going forward, there will be major spoilers for the film Lucy that just came out on DVD, I think last week. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, turn me off now. I was so excited to finally be able to watch this movie. And then I watched it. There is nothing worse than getting so sucked into something, a book or a movie or anything, and then being completely ripped out by unbelievable plot development. The movie Lucy at its core is based on the pseudoscience that we only use 10% of our brains. Now that is a complete myth. That is not scientific fact. But that's neither here nor there because that's why we call it fiction. We follow this character Lucy throughout the movie as she starts unlocking more and more access to her brain. The more of her brain that she unlocks, the greater her abilities become. It started out so good as she was unlocking parts of her brain, you know. The writers had me at a lack of compassion, gaining knowledge at lightning speed, being able to see an x-ray, telekinesis. These were all things that were very well done. But once she hits like the 50% access mark, it just goes downhill from there. At one point, her brain gets so powerful that her skin literally melts. And then it fades to black and she's intact in a hospital. Because even the director and the writer didn't know how to come back from that. Now, I know, we have no idea what our brains are actually capable of to their full extent. And that's what these kind of movies draw from, the complete lack of knowledge and even a little bit of fear. And maybe that's why it just kept getting weirder and weirder until it was so absurd that I had lost all interest. For real, it went from incredibly cool to WTF in like 20 minutes. It's like the writers just got to the end of this movie and didn't really know how to conclude everything, so they just came up with the most insane, absurd, ridiculous thing that they could and went with it. Because apparently 100% access to your brain means you turn into a USB drive. So that's my rant for the day. Believability is a very important aspect in fiction, and bigger isn't always better. Keep your story grounded in some basis of reality. Give us something that we understand for us to latch on to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you Sunday.